Welcome to Hank's Follies, where I make the mistakes so you don't have to. Today's episode is the Great Intonation Mystery, or Measure Twice, Intonate Once. So picture this. A dad brings in a Stumac kick guitar he built for his kid. Heartwarming, right? The only catch, it's a 16 1/4 scale length, and the bridge is sitting way too far forward. So the intonation, well, let's just say every note was auditioning for the wrong key. I measure from the nut to the 12th fret, 8 1/8 inches, which means the saddle should be 8 1/8 past the 12th fret. Problem is, to get it there, I have to move the bridge so far back that the old holes would be visible after we plugged them. So what do you do when the aesthetics are at stake? You cheat a little, right? I decided to shim the neck pocket 1/8 of an inch. Since the fretboard overhangs the body, the shim would be hidden. So now you can order some custom machined kiln-dried birch from Stumac, or you could use something just as exotic, like a popsicle stick. That's right, premium toned wood from the frozen snack aisle. And no, I didn't charge $5.99 per stick like some places might. I plugged the old neck holes, glued in the shim, re-drilled, and reinstalled the neck. Time to intonate, right? Well, here's where my own setup rule book jumps off the bench and smacks me in the head. See, in my shop, we drill this sequence into apprentice text. Tune, relief, nut, saddle height, intonation. Not the so-called train method, because when you do tune, relief, action, intonation, and nut last, that's a one-way trip to derailment. But what did I do on this job? I saw the intonation was off, the scale length was off. Immediately I started adjusting the scale length, like a rookie chasing a symptom instead of the cause. So here I am, proud of my new scale length. My see-through ruler confirms the math. High E saddle is exactly where it ought to be. I fret the 12th expecting E5, but I'm closer to D sharp, nearly a half step off. I'm double checking everything. Nut to the 12th, 12th to the saddle. My little plastic ruler says I nailed it. I try the B string. Same problem, sharp enough to shave with. At this point I say to myself, okay Sherlock, what did you miss? Now, pause the podcast, grab a pencil, and write down your diagnosis. Ready? I finally step back a bit, and I think, Hank, what step did you miss? So I go back to the beginning. Relief, good. Nut slots, fine. Saddle height, whoops. The action was stratospheric. The saddles were nearly floored, and still the action was sky high. So I shimmed the neck angle this time, lowering the action, and bam, intonation snapped right into place. So here's the kicker. With the neck at a steep angle, my ruler, being flexible, was following along the neck and the body and getting the right measurement. The string, on the other hand, took a shortcut, a direct path, and that was a little bit shorter than following the contour of the neck and body to the saddle. My ruler, because it was flexible, was just arching along that contour. So my perfect measurement was actually wrong by, well, you guessed it, enough to make it sharp. So what's the takeaway? Never skip the sequence. Don't chase problems. Diagnose them, or you'll end up starring in your own episode of Hank's Follies. How'd you do? Did you catch it before I did? Let me know and tune in next time. See if you can out-tech the tech.